What up, dude? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Tuesday, December 20th, 2022. On deck for today's show, LL looks at how Kerby Joseph is making a name for himself with NFL fans. Coach Mike updates you on the Lions' playoff chances, and I tell you how Detroit's D-line has been a big part of the Lions' turnaround. But before we get into all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. Man, I know he's working on the app and getting everything set up for the Tupperware shirt exchange program. But it's your auntie's favorite player, man. It's my man, the myth, the legend. Yak Town, don't back down. My man, LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my guy?
Happy Tuesday, the wonderful Tuesday on the internet.
Man,
Good morning,
y'all know who it is. It's the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan. He's a coach. He's a chef. Man, he got a whole bunch of them jobs, man. It's my man, who?
It's the Wolverine, Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let's go.
It's Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Welcome to Detroit. Welcome back to the show, people, man. LL. Talk about this Lions rookie, man, and what he's doing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy, Kerby Joseph. You know, we've been shouting him out here on this show. He's had a rookie season. I'm not even gonna say up and down season. He just had a rookie season, some good, some bad. Things like that. A few weeks ago, we had talked about the Pro Bowl voting, and we had however many positional players that were ranked in the top 10 of voting. Well, the voting ended Friday, and the info I'm going to give you is coming from the over there at PrideOfDetroit.com, and this is from Jeremy Reiser. The voting ended on Friday, like I said, but going into that week, Kerby Joseph was sixth in voting, but by the end of the week, he was number one in fan voting. I didn't know this part of it. I kind of figured when it said fan voting, I kind of figured the coaches got to vote, the players got to vote. But if just because he's first in fan voting doesn't mean he's a Pro Bowler at all. I didn't know that part. I don't really like that. I feel like if the fans vote you in, you should at least make the game or make the roster. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be a starter or nothing, but however it goes, but yeah, again, we got to wait for the coaches vote and the players vote, and they're going to announce it tomorrow, Wednesday the 21st at 8 p.m. on NFL Network. And it's actually no longer a game, so I take all that back. They call it the Pro Bowl games, which is the skill competition, the flag football game. So, so I remember the Pro Bowl, man. It used to be a thing to be a Pro Bowler. Mainly, they used to play in the game, but mainly for me, I used to like watching the skills competition. I used to kind of like it before it was televised. It's like sometimes like they would like show it before it was like, watch it on Sunday or Saturday, blah, blah, blah. They would just put it on TV and you just watch them racing and going into that thing or whatever it is. So, that kind of stuff. But shout out to Kerby Joseph. Shout out to the rest of the Lions players. Let's see how many we can get. But shout out to us as well. Shout out to the fans. We at least did our part. We got Kerby Joseph at least a third of the way there. So, y'all out there, what do you think? Is Kerby Joseph going to make it all the way or what's going on?
Okay, for Kerby Joseph, man, he's having a solid rookie season because he was forced into action. He wasn't supposed to get this much playing time because of Tracy Walker's Achilles injury. But here's what he's doing so far. He's leading the Lions in interceptions, forced fumbles, and third in pass breakups, and fifth in tackles. So the young fella's doing his thing. He's the top vote getter as far as free safeties in the NFC. I think the top free safety is one of the guys over in the AFC. He got a couple guys in front of him, but for the NFC, he's number one. I believe I'm right with you, LL. If he gets voted top by the fans, he should be at least on the roster. The coaches and the players have to vote, but I think that they will take that into consideration when they look at the final voting. But third of the way there, the young fella's doing his thing. You look at it, he's all over the place. He's making tackles, he's making plays, he's intercepting the ball, pass defense. So he's doing his thing, man. He's having a rookie season. He hasn't been perfect, but if he's getting that kind of recognition, man, that's what's up, man, because NFL fans are taking notice. Because it's not just the Lions fans that's voting too. You got to look at other fans from other teams are voting as well. And for him to be tops in the NFC, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. After he got comfortable and made the adjustments, he's taken off. And him getting that many fan votes is surprising, but you know what? It's good to know that Lions are getting recognition for certain positions when people do good. You know, it's in the past we get guys who, man, he should have made the Pro Bowl, or he should have got this, he should have got this. At least we got guys who are getting recognition now, and that's good, man. That makes it so that this isn't like a dead spot destination. You know, when you come here to get forgot about. So that's good, man. And I'm proud of Kerby Joseph, man. Shout out to the boy from the Fighting the Lion now.
Yeah, man. I mean, just think about how many years that even when we were winning, that Matthew Stafford wasn't in the Pro Bowl. And we're like, how the hell we going to the playoffs? And Matthew Stafford's our best player, or one of our best players. He's up in the league in stats, but he's not making a Pro Bowl because we were afterthought. Even when we were winning, even when the Jim Caldwell years, the early Jim Caldwell years, and we were still an afterthought, you know, so even when we was making the playoffs. So shout out to again to Kerby Joseph for doing this thing. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. And we have several players that were up there in the NFC, or overall in the NFL, getting Pro Bowl votes. So here's our family discussion topic for today. How many Lions will get a Pro Bowl now? We asked this last week before, and then let's go ahead and revisit it because the voting is over and the announcement will be tomorrow night, like LL said, on the NFL Network. So how many Lions will get a Pro Bowl nod? I'm still thinking around 3, but let us know in the comments of the video. LL and Coach Mike, what do you think? How many Lions will get a Pro Bowl nod before we move on?
However many of them was we had before. My bad, but however many of them was in the top 10, I'm like same thing I predicted then. All of them is gonna make it. I feel like all of them gonna make it again.
Okay, 6.
We hot right now. Everybody keep referencing Hard Knocks, so everybody want to vote. And I feel like everybody gonna make it.
Okay, I'm thinking 3. What you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, I'm right on par with you, Kurt. I think 3. I think 3 is a good amount. I don't know which 3, but I think 3 should be that should be it right there, man.
About 3. I'm thinking about 3. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So hey, it's Christmas time. We only have a few shopping days left until Christmas, but if you want to ring in the new year right, get your favorite fan some Lions gear over at fanatics.com, man. The link's in the description below. I'm continuing to rock my Salute to Service gear. I'm gonna rock it until we lose. Hey, I'm superstitious, and I'm gonna rock this thing until while we winning. I'm gonna keep rocking Salute to Service gear. I started rocking it when we was winning, and I'm gonna keep rocking it as long as we keep winning. And I'm gonna have my my thermal Salute to Service Scully on at the game on Saturday. Gotta be warm, man, because it's gonna be like 20-something degrees at kickoff. So woo-wee. It's gonna be cold out that thing. But hey, get yourself some Lions gear over at fanatics.com. Links in the description below. Check us out on Lions Nation Unite. Some great content over there, man. Go on, check out more after the game. Herman Moore just did his game recap the other day. So go back and check out the video, and you can watch it there on the YouTube channel. Just download the app, man, in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store for your mobile devices, or you can just type in lionsnationunite.com on your web browser, man. Now let's get ready, because it's coming, man. It's coming. College football playoffs is right around the corner, man. Get yourself some Wolverine gear. It is restocked, man. They got a sale going on. Coach Jones, tell them about that sale over there at wolverine.com.
Yeah, you get a sale that is 2. You can get 2 shirts, 3 shirts, 3 shirts for $20, 4 shirts for $30, 5 shirts for $40. What it's going down over there, man. You can get the all-white Wolverines tee. Go and get somebody for something for Christmas. I know you're doing your last-minute Christmas shopping, man. Go on and grab them something, man. Telling you, them deals is happening. They popping off at wolverine.com.
That link's in the description below. Hang out with us on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. And while you're over there, click on the link for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com and get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. All right. So do your part in helping the fight against cancer. Get yourself some Roll Up gear. Links in the description below. And, you know, my man, Big Lion Man, is doing his thing over there with that. So check it out. The proceeds from the links of those shirts go to help the American Cancer Society of Michigan. So, all right, y'all. We didn't talk about all that stuff, man. We didn't pay them bills, man. It's time to get back into the content, man. Coach Mike, holler at me about this Detroit Lions playoff position right now and how it can improve real quick.
Man, I know people wanna, you know, be all high, and it seems like somebody always wanna bring us back down. But that's not what I'm about to do right now. I'm about to bring us up a little bit higher. I'm about to turn it up a little notch. And there is a way, actually, that we can jump into that number 7 playoff seed after week 16. And I know y'all like, how can, nah, y'all understand. The first seed gets a bye. So what does that mean? 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, and 4 plays 5. So that number 7 seed is a playoff spot, man. So here's the 3 things that need to happen and are very, you know, and are a high possibility of happening. First of all, first and foremost, the Detroit Lions got to take care of business in Carolina. Curt, that's on you.
I will be there. I will be there rooting them on, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Curt, that's all on you right there. Nah, but the Detroit Lions must beat Carolina. That's first and foremost.
Got my cold weather gator right here, man, going underneath my jacket right there, man. Gonna be coming up my doggone face and everything. I'm telling you, I'm ready.
Yeah,
you ready.
Okay. Number 2, which is a very likely scenario. The Seattle Seahawks or the Kansas City Chiefs must beat the Seattle Seahawks. That's a very likely scenario, Curt. LL. Kansas City beating Seattle is right up that alley.
Yep.
And the last thing that must happen in week 16 for the Detroit Lions to hold that 7th playoff spot is the San Francisco 49ers got to beat the Washington Commanders.
Oh, that's possible.
Man, I mean, if those don't seem like the most, if they don't seem like the most possible things that can happen, the 49ers beating the Commanders and the Chiefs beating the Seahawks, the Lions beat the Panthers. We in there, man.
And I think all 3 teams are favored in those matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What y'all got, man? I know that got to make you feel good. I ain't even here to knock us down off that high horse, man. I'm here to bring us up.
Yeah, man. Hey, for this, okay. Detroit is playing teams with a losing record in their final 3 games of the season. And here's my thing. I get what you're saying, Coach Mike, but they got to worry about winning their own games, right? So I can't worry about what Seattle's doing or what the Commanders are doing, right? The Lions will have a 95% chance of making the playoffs if they win out, period. Because they're playing 3 teams at the end of the season that all have losing records. If they beat the Panthers and the Bears, that Green Bay game could end up being for that final playoff spot, no matter what Green Bay does, because it's going to put the Lions in a position they have to win out. I think that's pretty much what it is. They got to win out. They got to worry about winning all their games. And I think it's what the coaching staff is focused on. They're not scoreboard watching to see who does what. Their thing is beat the team in front of you. But I like that. I'm not bringing us down, but I understand what the ramifications are. Even if we get into that spot in week 16, we got to win out to hold that spot in the final 2 weeks of the season. But I said this last night on Twitter. The way the Packers played last night, I know they were at home. I don't see them winning another game. They play the Dolphins in Miami next week. And then they play the Vikings at home. And then they finish up with us in Lambeau. And we ain't coming in there playing. And if that defense look like it played last night, because Baker Mayfield made some better throws, he could have sliced them up. That Green Bay defense is not what it should be, and their offensive line is absolutely garbage. Because
yes.
they were getting pressure. The Rams were getting pressure with some of their lesser. Think about Aaron Donald didn't play last night, so their best pass rushers weren't on the field. And our best pass rushers will be available in that last game of the week. I'm just calling it now.
Well, let's hope so.
I ain't trying to jinx it, but I'm just saying. But I think the Lions need to leave no doubt and win every game, and then we can worry about January games after that. What you got, LL?
Yeah, I like both sides of that argument. We got to take care of business. We got to do what we got to do anyway. But I kind of like to, know what else is going on. Like, I think San Fran will beat Washington, but I think it's gonna be a good game. Washington turned it around. Riverboat Ryan got the defense playing a whole lot better. They expecting Chase Young back at any moment, so it's gonna be a good game. That's just good football. And who was the other one? Seattle and Kansas City.
And that's interesting because they haven't been playing that well.
Yep,
exactly. They've been winning, but they ain't been playing that well.
They had a little bit of a tussle, as they say, with Houston the other day. So, but I think
Houston ain't no punks though. The Cowboys to the brink too.
Yeah, but Houston plays certain teams. Like that's just how it go. Like back in the day, it seemed like no matter how good Tampa Bay was, you always played them tough.
Yep.
The NBA for something like when Kobe was playing, it was like for whatever reason, like the Charlotte Hornets gave the Lakers, no matter who was on the Lakers and who was on the Bobcats, always gave the Lakers problems. Stuff like that. So I think Houston, Houston Texans moved to Kansas City, so maybe it's one of them type of parallels. I don't know. Whatever weirder things is happening in the NFL, but they end up winning. So and Seattle is a better team than Houston, so they could give them a run. So we'll see, but overall standing point is we got to win. But we got to do what we need to do, and I'm anxious. I've been saying that for a couple times on this show. That last game is gonna be should be for all the marbles, and it's one of them guys. That's gonna be so good, man. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a exercise in demons. I hope. I want to say. I don't know if you said that before, Coach Mike, but this is gonna be a game. We gotta get a lot of shit out the way because playing in Lambeau, the last game is getting into the playoffs. It's gonna be a whole lot of whatever in the hell to add players to add on top of it to make it all types of interesting. So
yeah,
and
to close it out, and I've said this, and I don't know if I said it on the show. You're starting to see the teams that took off at the beginning of the season. They're coming back to the pack. Seattle started out hot.
Yeah.
The Jets, who we just beat, coming back to the pack. The Commanders, they're coming back to the pack. So you got teams that took off and they were playing good.
Commanders kind of going up,
but they just lost, so they're coming back to the pack too. So because right now, they with that loss, that puts them. They got leapfrogged by the Giants, so they're in 7 right now. It's something about that.
Record? How they had us? We beat them.
They're because they have the tie. They're 7-5-1.
Oh yeah, the tie.
7-6-1. They're 7-6-1. 7-6-1. Excuse me. So yeah, so we're 7-7. They're 7-7. So they got a half a game lead on us in that.
Okay.
And Seattle's above us because they got the tiebreaker because they're 7-7 too. So they have the tiebreaker against us as well. So the Lions just need to do what they need to do. Handle their business, and you're going to get in. So looking forward to being there on Saturday, man. I'm going to have all my warm stuff on and out there cheering my behind off for the Detroit Lions, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. All this stuff's helped to get this content in front of Lions fans just like yourself. But you got to help us out, man, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You keep coming back, man. Click the subscribe button, man. It's free. It's free, 99 and 50 free cent free. It's just free. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to take out 1 red cent out your wallet, man. So just go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you know you get fresh content from us right here on the channel, man. It's Tuesday, man. Good. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on your favorite social media platforms, man. You got Facebook, you got TikTok, and make sure you hit Instagram, man, for the Thirsty Week over there on LL's Instagram page, man. And I'm sure the link will be up for Tupperware T-shirt-exchange.com. It's coming soon, ladies, right there.
Somebody
his
gonna hit me up
Instagram
about
page,
that.
man. Yeah.
What type of Tupperware do you like, LL?
All right,
The
so
free can.
yeah, man. All right, so let's look at how the Lions' resurgent defensive line pass rush has been a big key of the Lions' turnaround. Because I'm like, man, we talked about the secondary a couple weeks ago, how they've been turning the ball over, one of the top in coverage and interceptions, but the Lions have had 19 sacks since week 8. 17 of them have been by the defensive line. The two rookies, Hutch and Houston, have 12 sacks of the Lions' 30 sacks for the season. That's almost half.
12 to 19.
No, they got 12. They got 12 of the team's 30 sacks for the season. All right. The problem, we know who the problem is, James Houston. He's got 5 sacks in 4 games. God damn. That boy's doing his thing. The Lions defense, the D-line, has kept the pressure on opposing quarterbacks as well. They've tallied 39 quarterback hits since week 8. They've been beating them quarterbacks up.
Yeah.
The D-line is getting healthier because guess what happened? Romeo came back. He had 2 sacks on Sunday. Taking up pictures over there in MetLife Stadium. That's his sack celebration. The Lions D-line is gonna make life hard for opposing quarterbacks for the rest of the season. But guess what? It's not just our pass rushers. It's our defensive tackles as well. The Lions have stuffed the run. The Lions have only allowed one 100-yard rusher since week 8, and that was Justin Fields. And only have allowed 2 teams that have over 100 yards combined. That was the Bears and the Bills. What? McNeil, Buggs, and Bonito Jones, along with Kaminsky, have done a great job stuffing the run and allowing those linebackers and DBs, because they're part of it too, to make plays in the run defense. But this Lions defensive line, AG, Coach Wash, those guys have had these guys stepping up, and they have been a big part of the Lions turnaround to going from 1-6 start to a 6-1 where we are right now to get to 7-7, man. I'm going to you first, man, to the defensive line coach. What do you think about this Lions defensive line and the turnaround?
Man, y'all already know. It starts with the D-line. That's the most ferocious unit that has to be on your team. It has to be the D-line, not the O-line, not the line. The most ferocious unit on your team has to be the D-line. If it is the D-line, I can guarantee you right now you're in contention for something toward the end of the season. But that D-line, man, they are playing. And you know what? They're all draft picks and free agents. And that's a good thing, man, because they're brought here and they're doing their job. Everybody in cast-outs are doing their job. Kaminsky, Benito, they're doing their job. Bug, they're doing their job. Aline the Dream, they doing their job. And then you got all these edge rushers, man. I mean, as a collective, they are holding it down, and they're actually making it so the linebackers can attack. Now our linebackers want to all of a sudden play downhill, and they're playing downhill because our D-line is moving the line of scrimmage. That's why ain't nobody been running the ball, because we're moving the line of scrimmage, and we're getting off the ball. The first thing that's the most important thing about playing D-line, the number one thing is your ball get off. And them boys is getting off the ball right now, man. And that's half the battle, man, because you're already a fraction of a second behind the play. The offense knows the snap count. So that means your get off has to be, you got to get there. And they doing it, man. They doing it. They confident. They knowing where they need to go. It's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful.
Shout out to, I'm gonna give some love not only to the players but to the building, I guess. Steel sharpens steel, as they say. We got a pretty good O line. They got to go up against them guys all the
Yeah.
time. So there you go. And shout out to Ty Walsh. We've been calling it out. He gets a lot of credit for that Saxonville defense. So I see some similarities, not a lot of them. But they making it work. I feel like it was a philosophy change at some point. Whatever it had to be, it kind of just felt like somebody was like, "Man, let me see the sticks," and they just started running the defense a whole lot better. So shout out to the turnaround, shout out to Ty Wash, shout out to the O line, shout out to AG, shout out to everybody involved. Because like you said, just that is Curt and you, that has been a mainstay, a great big part in our turnaround of the season so far.
I mean, just looking, I'm kind of looking up some stats right now. The Lions lead the NFC North in sacks right now. We're at 30 right now for the season. Green Bay is next at 29. Minnesota's right ahead of us they're at 33. So we're like right behind the first place team. But that's where we should be though. I mean, we should be right there with those guys, just because of the fact that how we're playing. And if we didn't had a better start to the season, I just think we would be competing with them for the NFC North title. But next year we will be doing that. Definitely right up there, man, because the Lions are on. I don't think, and the Lions are built. They're building for long-term success. It's not just about this year. It's about this year and beyond. So, yeah. So, hey, thanks for checking us out right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Now it's time for us to do my favorite thing. It's time to go ahead and read what you had to say about yesterday's show, man. It's time for the comment cards, baby. First up, we got Mike Taft in the building. He says, I usually think Lions down fourth quarter under 2 minutes, it's a loss. Somehow, I still thought the Lions will put out a victory. It's the brand new Lions, like they say over there on the Pat McAfee show. Yeah, man. I feel you, brother.
Southwest Lions says Jared Goff definitely underthrew the ball to J-Mo. That would have been a touchdown with a better throw. But you're right, Curt. He was unselfish and smart when it counted. The final drive, he led the team down the field and made the big play on 4th and inches. The front seven of the defense played great, but the Lions need help in the secondary.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Do they?
Jared Goff also tried to get that move away, So
what play was that?
He didn't. He had my man like a forearm or whatever. It was Quincy Williams, I think it was. He had it like torso.
No.
Had it been somebody different, it'd have been going the other way. But
oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, I got
you. You know what? I think we need to start a hashtag. We need to start a BNL hashtag. Brand new Lions. We need to start that hashtag. We need to get that going. We need Curt, make that work, man. Cap Ice Cold says Sunday's game was about writing on their wall, grit. It was a pretty game, but the job was done. Oh, it wasn't a pretty game, but the job was done. Yeah, man, that's how it is. Sometimes those hard, tough fought. We both fighting to get into the playoffs. That's what it was, man. Shout out to Cap Ice Cold.
Yeah, man.
I seen Max Duggan in the interview. He trying to get himself drafted here because he was saying grit and stuff. Like, man, shut up. Like, nobody was saying grits until us. Like, man, he trying.
I'll take Max Duggan. I'll take Max Duggan.
In the fourth round.
Third, maybe third.
He's not gonna be there in the 4th round.
All right.
Third round. I'll take you.
We got Michael Linday says, I knew this would be a tough game with the Jets defense. Yeah, they're a top 5 defense. But winning ugly was actually a good sight to see. Learning to pull out wins on the road with everything isn't going your way is so crucial, especially if we want to sneak into the playoffs and try to steal a win on the road against a good team. I'll be at Bank of America Stadium on Christmas Eve to see our guys for another road dub against another good defense. I will be there too, Michael. I will be there, brother, with you. Y'all hit me up on Twitter. Find out where I'm gonna be at, man, and we can link up before the game. Maybe get a little tailgate going, whatever. I'm in the big parking lot, so we'll be there. We'll be there, man. Definitely And one thing I will say this, man, and Dan Campbell said this before I kick it to you, Ella. Earlier in the season, we would have found a way to lose that game.
Mm-hmm.
We would have found a way to lose that game. Came down to the end, would have found a way to lose. But the winners find a way to win, and that's what the Lions are doing.
Mike Bell says that may have been the best yards after catch run by a Lions tight end I've ever seen. They just didn't see him coming. That's probably the best yards after catch by Lions tight end.
It's the second. The Lions posted it yesterday on Twitter.
It's the second most. It's the second best. Who was the first best?
I'll check it out. Go ahead, Coach Mike, and I'll
it better not be Ebron. If it's Ebron, don't tell me.
Nah, I don't want to tell you if it's Ebron, man.
George Eagle says this is the brand new Lions. You know what? That's it. From now on, I'm putting one pride. I'm hashtag one pride, hashtag brand new Lions on everything I post now, man. I'm about to get that started. This is a brand new Lions team. The future is so bright. I haven't seen them in this light since '91. I don't even remember all the way from '91. Even though I was watching football then, I still don't remember. So this is
right.
I've never seen this energy. I kind of seen it in 2014 when the Jim Schwartz Jim Caldwell and he was built, man. But man, it's been so long. It's so beautiful, man. Thanks for your comment, George Eagle.
Well, I don't know if it was about tight end, but it's the Lions posted this was the second longest go-ahead fourth down touchdown in the final 2 minutes of a game in the last 20 years.
That's a lot. But I was thinking about like impressive plays by tight ends.
Yeah,
it ain't even a catch. It's do y'all remember Ben Watson? I think he was still playing for the Patriots back then. But he did kind of like a DK. I think it was Champ Bailey or somebody. Was it Champ Bailey? He hawked somebody down like on a pick. You know, they was running on the pick and caught him. You know, hawked him down like
okay,
DK
I remember that. Yeah.
For like 20 years before that. And Ben Watson also was a tight end, so he was pretty impressive. From Georgia too. Shout out to all my people in Georgia.
Yeah, man. That's your comment cards, man. Now it's time for everyone else's favorite segment. It's Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste, man. Go over to the link in the description in the bio and for Facebook and grab yourself some cookies, man, or some desserts. But if you don't do the Facebook thing, you can go over to TikTok and Instagram, put in Delightful Bites in the search engine of that app and see all that beautiful dessert footage. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Man, J-Mo and MCDC, man. They have some great sound bites from the press conference, man. First up, J-Mo, after the game on Sunday, this is what he had to say about Khalif Raymond's punt return. He said, J-Mo said, Leaf took that bit. He took it to the house. I was crying. He was like, he took that bit. He took it to the house, man. And the reporters they started laughing. But MCDC yesterday, man, he was talking about Aiden Hutchinson and all the stuff he does on the defense, not just being a pass rusher, but all the stuff he does. And he said Hutchinson has a knack for punching balls, football that is. Man, just to hear these, but that just tells you that both comments tell you how much this team is about being themselves, and they're not fake in front of the camera. They don't just go out there and just say anything. You know, they say what's on their mind. It may be a you know, what do you call that, a blunder or whatever, but they're gonna say what they mean and mean what they say. But that was absolutely hilarious, man. And I was just like, that was funny, man. But shout out to J-Mo and MCDC, man. Keep being yourself, man. Keep doing what you do. And that's your dessert with your man Curt. Brought to you by Delightful Bites. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Now it's time to take that quick walk on over to the wall of fame, baby. First up, we got Everything King, Joseph Carter, George Eagle, Timmy Birch. We got Sage Robert, Shane the Insano, Bob Korowski. We on top though 100 and Doug Prince 72 in our bronze members. And our silver members, we got, he was on the wall of comment cards, Cap Ice Cold. We got John Martin, Henry Wallace, Kirkland Pratt, and Big Dale in our silver members. Gold members. Michael Huck, we're going to see you at the game, brother. He's going to be there too. You got Larry McQuiston, Turner Burley, just in the D. North End Ken, man, he hit me up on Twitter this morning. We got Lionel Abdush Baggy up.
What up, though?
The Jazzy one, Paul Jarose, and the Doctor. Dr. Detroit, he is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. LL, you know what I'm saying? I know you got your team working on the app, man. But go ahead and give us your final thoughts for today's show.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Enjoy your Tuesday. Almost to Christmas, man. Have fun. Wear an ugly sweater to work. Bring some candy to work. Bring some donuts. Something. It's Christmas time, man. Remember when Christmas felt like Christmas? Like a lot of Christmas stuff used to be on. There's some Christmas movies on TV, and it was just like a nice time. It wasn't so strenuous, I guess. Well, I guess that's between a child and an adult around this time. But Enjoy it, man. It's Christmas time. Go out and get you, and whatever your favorite treat is, go get that today.
Yeah, definitely. And I forgot to mention it because we talked about this backstage, man. Ladies, the Tupperware shirt exchange program has some stipulations, man. First of all, the Tupperware has to have some yummy morsels in there. So you just can't bring an empty ass Tupperware container and think you'll get a shirt back. And there's other stipulations too. We'll talk about that later on. But go ahead, Coach Mike. What's your final thoughts for today's show?
Man, DJ Khaled comes to mind, man. All we gotta do is win no matter what, and win the playoffs.
Yep.
That's all we gotta do, man. Win no matter what, and we in there, man. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, man. My final thoughts for today's show, man, is hey, have fun, man. It's Christmas time, man. Be with your loved ones, man. And if you in the building, you're gonna be in the building in Carolina. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me with a DM. You know what I'm saying? We'll link up, or hit me up on Lions Nation Unite, man. LNU. You can hit me up on there in the shoot me a message in there. And we can try to link up, man, for the game, man. Have some fun. I'm already going to link up with Michael Huck and Lionel Abdush-Baghier for the game, man. We're going to link up before the game. Definitely going to see them because I'm sitting not too far from them cats, man. But let me know, man. Hit me in on Twitter or whatever, man. This is my first time seeing them in person, man. Never saw them at the Silverdome. Never, and I was in the Army when they moved to Ford Field. So my first time seeing them, man. But so excited for the game. But with all that being said, man, it is Tuesday. It's Christmas week, man. Hey, supervisors, man, power down on your people, man. Let them enjoy the holidays with their family, man. We can pick up all the crucial stuff can go into the new year, man. And just make sure your employees or the people that you work under you can enjoy the holiday season, man. Stress levels are already high enough, so don't just kind of pump your brakes on your employees, man. Right about this time, man. Go ahead and power them down a little bit, man. Don't be too hard on them, man. Don't give them unnecessary stress because they're already stressing enough because of the holiday season. It is what it is, man. Because it's different. Like I'll say, it's different being the holidays being an adult than it is being a child. All right, and definitely, if you're feeling overwhelmed at work, man. If you need some help, ask for it, man. And supervisors, be open to helping up your employees, especially during this time. Yeah. But with all that being said, man, thank you for hanging out with us right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Whatever you ate for lunch, man, get that napkin. Wipe them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And make sure you use the Beijing like Coach Jones. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up. Ball out and be the best version of you that you can be. Oh, my fellas. What you got, LL?
They putting the Beijing on after coming back from work. Coming back from lunch.
Yeah, man. They gonna do that thing, man. They gonna make sure they stay fresh all day at work. Man, whatever you do, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. Well, my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim. Happy holidays, people.